back, everyone, to this week's episode of Booking the Territory, the Unprofessional Wrestling Podcast. For today, we're covering NWA Saturday Night on TBS from September the 23rd, 1989. I'm sitting here with Doc and Hardbody Harper. The crew is here, and we're together. I'll ask Harper first. He just told me he was tired right before we hit the, record button. How you doing, Harper? You hanging in there or what? Working them long days?
Well, yeah, just a long fucking day.
Beat the shit, huh?
Yep.
You sound like you need all the thoughts and prayers, dog.
I do.
Yeah. What's going on with the girl? She's beating you up too, or just a shoot job?
The whole world's beating me up.
Oh no. This is your this is your safe space.
No, well, thank you.
Yeah, you can come here, and we'll take care of you here in your safe space.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Doc, I got a feeling you got some flips and dives, so real quick, let me do this. Special shout out to our largest page contributors monthly, Disrespectfully Classy, Marky Blassie, Mike Childry, Joe Ice, Jeremy Priest, thank you for your support. And one new Patreon shout out this week, Michael Fisco, thank you for signing up, sir. We appreciate that. And then on that note, let me throw it to Doc, ask how he's doing, and then he can get into his flips and dives.
Yeah, we need some flips and dives, I'm doing great, sir. It's really nice to be alive here in 2021. I do have a political question. This is as far into politics as we're going to go tonight. And don't worry, everybody. This isn't what you think it is. But Harper, whether you like the left or the right, we just had a 78-year-old man replace a 74-year-old man in the Oval Office. Where do these motherfuckers get all that energy?
I don't know. I've always wondered that.
I mean,
we get home from president.
Yeah, we get home from work and we're like, man, I could use a nap, and then your kids jump on you and you're like, shit. We never catch up asleep. But these old bastards, these old dusty farts, man, they fucking go all day.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I think they're on more cycles than Animal and Hawk in 1986, but that's just me.
That's nice. Yeah,
they all gotta be pumped with.
They gotta be hopped up on goofballs, man.
What you think they on, Harper? These old politicians, whether right, left, or center. Do you think they on something?
They're on Deca. Yeah.
Deca. You stupid. Okay.
I mean, you got one of them that's sitting there pounding cheeseburgers left and right that doesn't exercise. The other one is 78, came running down the ramp like fucking the Ultimate Warrior when he got the nomination. I mean, between the three of us, one of us would be a nap, the other one would be drunk, and the other one would be nursing a sore hamstring. What are these guys doing, and where can we get some of it?
Yeah, fuck that.
They're all lizard people. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. That's the problem. Once we find out where the skin...
Yeah. Oh, it's a joke, people. Don't work yourself into a shoot.
Yeah, we're not talking about politics. You can like whoever you like. We're just talking about how these motherfuckers are able to go, man.
Well, I saw something this week I never thought I'll ever see.
Uh-oh.
I saw Virgil's balls.
What?
You haven't seen it, Doc?
No.
Oh, my God. So, these cameos that everybody's doing these days, Doc?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Which, by the way, shout out to Karl Olson, BTT Hall of Famer, and then Jesus out there who they had Francine do a cameo for us from ECW. But real quick, I don't want to lose a train of thought. Harper sent me a video of Virgil doing one, and his balls are hanging out of his shorts, his boxers.
I think we have a saying for that.
What's that?
That's classy.
Yeah. He's wearing like the fucking gym shorts, and there's a hole in the fucking crotch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's his fucking balls just hanging out.
Let me send it to you real quick, Doc, if I can find it.
No, I found it online while y'all were talking, and I don't need to see the actual thing. We got real problems in the wrestling world right now, and you're dealing with his junk. I just heard today, Les Thatcher kicked out from his COVID pneumonia.
That's good.
Bobby
I knew he
Fulton's
was gonna
had
beat it.
COVID. Bobby Fulton's had the COVID. And you're dealing with Virgil's junk. We got real problems in this world.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the TNA pay-per-view last weekend?
No.
They had one guy pulled the other guy's heart out, apparently.
Like on Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I don't want to say nothing bad about Impact because our good friend James Mitchell's working there right now. So I ain't seen it, so I ain't trying to judge it. I'm just saying.
I guarantee you, if you got 72 beers in the devil, he'd tell you that shit was stupid too.
That's true. He would.
We call it right down the middle, man. Dumb is dumb. Hey, I did want to bring up before we get too into the show and I get drunk and forget. So who dat?
Who that bitch
What you drinking tonight? You talking about getting drunk?
I got a little snifter here of 40 Creek whiskey, and I'm washing it down with some Stellas. Mike, I put my final 12-pack of winter lager into the refrigerator today. What have you been drinking?
So I've got some winter lagers left, and then I told you I couldn't find winter lager, but they had this. I'm on a Sam Adams kick lately. They had some Sam Adams cherry wheat ale, and I was like, let me try that. Now, before you react, I told you it's not one of those 4% beers or whatever. It's not like super weak. I can't explain it. Doesn't
but
taste
here's
like
here's the evolution, Harper. Last week he was on my ass for talking about percentages of beers, and now this week he's quoting them. He's turning white. He's turning white so fast he'll be listening to Soundgarden next week.
Wow.
Won't you come and wash away the rain?
That's a good song, man. Why are you making fun of it? That's a really good song.
Soundgarden is one of my favorite bands of all time, bro. You don't have to tell
me.
My kids are young. They run around singing Jesus Christ Pose, thinking it's some gospel song.
You got your daughter singing that at her age. That's nice, Doc.
You damn right.
Father of the century right there.
So you've been over here. You're turning into a beer snob all of a sudden. This is a new development for the Army to pounce upon.
I wouldn't call it that.
Henny. We have Mikey in DFW showing his Henny mimosas out there on Twitter, and you're turning your back on him and drinking beer now.
I'm not drinking Hennessy mimosas. If I'm drinking Hennessy, I'm drinking it straight.
Next thing you know, you're going to storm the Capitol.
That's nice. That's nice. You think you know me better than that? I'm not storming nothing. All right. Okay. Doc, what other flips and dives you got before?
Hey man, we got to send Drew Brees off into the sun, off on his Kawasaki mule, right? You two guys okay?
Oh yeah, he's done. It's over. It's over.
Did you cry a little bit?
I wouldn't say I cried, but it's sad, man, because the dude is so damn good, and you're just watching. It's like tough. Watching a fighter. You're watching somebody who used to be great, and you're just like, they might still have a great game in them here and there, but they just can't do it like they used to do it.
Hey, let me tell you something. I saw this on a documentary with Steve Nash when he went to the Lakers. He was eating dinner with Dirk Nowitzki one night because they're buddies, right? And Dirk's like, what is it like to be battling through all these injuries? And Steve Nash said, even at my age with these injuries, I could be great 1 or 2 nights a week. The problem is we're playing 3 or 4 nights a week.
Yep. That's it.
And I'll tell you this, and watching Dirk retire a couple years ago, it's sad, dude, because like you're going to go back and tie so many of your great moments to his career and how long have you Dirk Nowitzki played almost half of my life here, and then he's just gone. What am I supposed to do? Talk to my family? Come on, bro. Hey, we all like Drew Brees out there. I mean, he was a good dude, and he found a home in New Orleans. He didn't have that in San Diego. I'm gonna raise a whiskey glass for y'all tonight.
Hey, Harper, did you see that video I was talking about where what he told Jameis on the sideline? What the hell?
I think we lost Harper. I think he went to go take a shit. Did he tell Jameis to go get him some crab legs?
No, he's on the sideline. You could see it on YouTube unless the NFL pulled it down. There he is. Harper, did you see that clip? Did you see that clip where he basically tells Jameis, "This is your team now"?
Yep.
Dude,
that's got to be awe-inspiring. That's about how I felt when I saw the red rifle Andy Dalton warming up as they took off Dak with his leg pointing in the wrong direction this year. Trust me, that's not as fun as it sounds.
Let me tell you this.
Y'all are back to the days of Aaron Brooks.
I don't know. I think the Saints might be like the Packers when fucking Brett Favre left, and he just kind of.
I'm not going there.
And Aaron Rodgers just kind of kept it going.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'll tell you this much: Taysom Hill ain't the answer.
Hey, let me just tell you guys.
I know that much.
As somebody who knows, somebody who is well versed on the subject. 8-8 sounds bad, but it's not the end of the world.
That's nice.
He's a pro. He's a pro on mediocrity. So, at least he's admitting that right now. Okay. Enough football talk, Doc. I think you got a 5-star review.
I think into that. It's been a while since we've had.
Wait. Start over. You cut out.
Man,
you cut out again. You cut out again. Start over.
Yeah, man. Spectrum took over my cable, I think, and my
internet.
See that. This is really awful. You hear me?
Yeah. I hear you. Go ahead.
All right, so we got a review this week from an author, Totten.
Oh, no.
Did I lose you again? Jesus
Christ.
What the fuck?
So we got a review from author Totten.
Yes. Eggin' Hilarious is the title.
Yeah, he says a drunk, the best part of the show. I'm going to assume that's me.
Mm-hmm.
A butthole surfer, and a guy who doesn't know what race he is on a given day deliver the goods on a weekly basis,
I like
throwing PC culture in the garbage along the way. If you enjoy Andrew Dice Clay or Kennison and wrestling, this is the show for you.
There you go.
Especially Kennison.
Yeah, we're out there hanging and begging,
Mm-hmm. First 5-star review we've seen in a few weeks. So, Army, get on it, please. Thank you.
Because Lance hasn't been on.
Is that what it is? Because Lance
Did you see, Harper, you should, I don't know if you probably didn't see this, but that fool, Silva, was saying that the World Class show was the best show on the BTT network.
He got mad.
What a fucking dick.
He's not even a good worker.
Why are you mad, Doc?
You know what that is? That's a guy coming off the bench from the JV squad, and he's like, I'm going to hoist a bunch of shots, and maybe if a third of them go in, I'll get a look on the main roster.
That's true.
This is going to go over you two's head. There used to be a group called ABC, and they used to have a song called Jealous, and I'm just going to sing it right now for you.
Sing it.
Silva will know exactly what I'm talking about. Fellas, there's a jealous girl in our town. Well, Doc's the jealous girl right now about Lance. Jealous. Oh, he's mad, Silva. Oh,
that's
Silva,
nice.
Silva will email me about this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, what's up?
Lita Ford or Missy Hyatt?
Missy Hyatt, bro.
There you go.
24th.
There he goes, breaking up again.
Whoa, fuck.
Fucked up connection he's got over there.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Did you reset your computer?
Yes.
I'm starting to wonder if it's actually maybe your USB port.
I'm back in the.
Is your kid playing Xbox? There you go.
There we go. What's happening here?
I don't know. I just heard something.
I'm working on some things. Y'all talk, man. Do y'all not know how to provide air cover, you dumb pieces of shit? If I'm out and gone, the show falls apart.
This show has done plenty of shows without you, so I don't know about fall apart, but okay.
Let's do another
Harper,
one.
who did you say? Did you say Lita Ford and who?
Hey, Missy.
Oh, Missy. Come on, man. That's not even a competition.
Didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Ain't no big thing.
Ain't no big thing.
So while Doc is over there figuring out his gimmick.
Is that better?
How's that?
It's better until it kicks out. But I'm going to play this is from Jesus and Karl Olson, the Francine video. Here it is on Cameo that she did for us. It's like she's trying to read a script, but we love you, Francine. Here it is. Hopefully it'll play.
Hey there, this is the Queen of Extreme, Francine from ECW, and I am here today to promote the most unprofessional, the most politically incorrect, and extreme wrestling podcast out there. It is called Booking the Territory. That's right. It is on each and every Friday with Mike Mills, Hardbody Harper, and Doc Turner. And not only do they have this wonderful podcast, but they got other stuff going on, like Patreon. You want to be a Patreon member? Okay, go to www.patreon.com/booking the territory. Do you need an Amazon referral link? Well, you should go to tinyurl.com/BTTPOD. And do you want to support them by wearing one of their shirts? You want some merch? Let's get some.
Okay, she's about to give out the wrong link, so let me tell y'all what the right link is. It's prowrestlingtees.com/booking the territory. So I just wanted to make sure I correct that as we play the rest of this thing here. I think that was about it. Let me see if there's anything else.
Your men, Mike, Mills, Hart, merch. Let's get some merch. Let's go to www.tpublic. Don't
go to TeePublic. That's not right. Actually, there is stuff there, but TeePublic robs you blind on merch. So that's that. I don't want to say anything else.
For some awesome t-shirts. Support your men, Mike, Mills, Hardbody Harper, and Doc Turner. Support Booking the Territory. And let's get you some merch. Let's join that Patreon. Let's be an Amazon referrer. Let's do it all. Let's stay extreme. And most of all, guys, be blessed and be a blessing.
That's right. Wow.
That was the end was good. Let be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you, Karl and Jesus.
Tommy Dreamer?
No, that's Beulah.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you'd have told me 24 years ago that she was standing there with the franchise that she was going to be shouting out my podcast, I'm not sure what I would have thought.
I wish the camera was lower.
What?
That's nice, Harper.
What?
Come on, grow up. That's a married woman.
No, you said she's not.
No, she's married. She's not married to Dreamer.
Oh.
You can be more married to more than one person than more than Tommy
That's
Dreamer.
Bullshit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Keep going.
All right. Hey, I see that you've pulled up today's episode. I was thinking maybe we could just wait and not do it.
Yeah.
And just let Conrad and Tony Schiavone catch up and then just play their episode.
Is this making you mad that Conrad is doing JCP 86? I'm confused.
It's like a girl it's like fucking Francine looked down one day and realized she had tits and knew had a way to make money. They've been sitting on that show for 4 years and realized that, hey, we got Tony Schiavone. Maybe we should do JCP.
I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. You got it. It's Tony. I mean,
here's two things.
Tony is such a nice guy that I'm glad he's doing it because that's the thing. He was there, so it just makes sense for him to do it. I do agree. They probably should have done it sooner, but I mean, I love Tony Schiavone so much.
They had to listen. They had to listen to more episodes of ours to get it all down right.
Okay, Doc
got the Rolex thing and shit.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, that'll be in a couple of months.
That'll be in a couple of months.
When they figured that out, how to do it without looking so obvious.
I think it's fine.
I'll tell you
like
this. I'll tell you what I did. I did here today. I was listening to one from '86. It's the third one. Man, Arn cut a promo, and I was like, "Well, we ain't going to hear that tonight when we review the show." Jesus Christ, we need Arn back.
We ain't far from Arn coming back though either though.
That'll talk about being blessed.
Yeah, Arn will be back. It's not. I mean,
he ain't gonna have Tully.
Well, if Tully wouldn't have, kept, not sniffed stuff up his nose like Tommy Rich and
bullshit,
folks.
Bro.
That is, man. That's like going down to what's a street in New Orleans where all the hookers hang out.
That's like calling in sick at your old job and you get a new job and they punish you for it.
Bro, what is a street in New Orleans with all the hookers?
Airline Highway.
Airline Highway.
Well, are they still on Chef too, Harper?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean,
that's like
before Katrina.
I mean,
go ahead.
that's like the police running down there and just arresting one girl.
Well, you do have a point. I mean,
this is 1989 wrestling, pal.
That is true, huh?
Okay.
You would have I mean, tell me the one that ain't hopped up on something.
I agree. You're not going to hear.
Find me the wrestler beside. Well, there ain't one that could push clean piss out.
It's nice. For the record, Tony, keep doing your thing. I love what you do, and I think
imagine your sales if you were selling Wizenators back in wrestling locker rooms in the
God.
Nice, Doc.
Bro, dude, my piss would be it'd be priceless.
Yeah.
Back then.
What is wrong with y'all? Grow up.
I'm just saying.
Are you saying that your piss is not priceless now? Maybe that's a market we should explore. We get a test tube of Harper's warm piss.
Clean urine.
Yeah.
Remember
you can
Harper
use
got a girl that wanted him to piss on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
So you get a test tube. You can use it for your drug test. You can use it as mouthwash, whatever it is that you do in your personal life.
On that note, we are Conrad and Tony. Keep doing your thing. We're gonna talk.
I mean, it's interesting to listen to. It's just not as good as what we do, and it's funny because they had a guy that was actually in the room when it happened.
Well, like I said, on that note, we're gonna talk September the 23rd, 1989, NWA Saturday Night on TBS, and no formal opening on the copy we have. I think a little bit is clipped off, but I think we got most of the full episode. I have a general comment, though, related to just these shows. And I've said this a few times since we've been doing these lately. Man, if the NWA and WCW isn't drawing good house shows during this time, and they're not, they don't have a lot of people there, it has nothing to do with the lack of promotion on their main show, this show. Because Jim Ross, during every damn match, is constantly, and I'm not fussing, he is constantly talking about the cities they'll be in, the exact date they'll be there, and what venue. Like he is every match.
Isn't that a function of the fact that they had a lot of no-shows during this time?
It can't just be that, man. But there's something else besides just that. Because there's been good storylines. It's not being crap. So I don't know, man. He is plugging the hell out of everything the whole time. So anyway, first match, Muta defeats Ricky Nelson and Len Wagner very quickly. Doc, any thoughts on this?
Yeah. Why are Muta and Funk together? That still has not been explained to me.
JTEX Corporation.
Not that I dislike it.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't explain it. Maybe they did, and we just don't remember.
So I know this has been discussed ad nauseum in other podcasts, but you're sitting there watching this guy with this move on the video feed just bulldoze his way, Magnum TA style, through two dudes.
Yeah. You gonna say something about them dropping the ball on him?
Well, kind of. It's like at this point, and I hate to say this because Flair's my guy, but you've got Flair and Funk at the top. Why isn't it Muta and Sting if we're really going to make that push?
Well, I mean, he's got the TV title. He being Muta right now, so I mean, you got to put one title on him first before you. I mean, they're doing fine. He hadn't been here that long. I mean, it's been a few months now, but I think they're building him up fine. You know, just what they're doing with Muta isn't a problem right now. No, they're gonna screw him over.
I'm just saying he is so good at this point right here.
Yeah.
He's too hard to. I've said this a number of times. It's too hard to boo him because he's so damn good.
I mean, didn't this match you seem like he was a face when the guy just started beating on him, and he ducks the double clothesline?
Yeah, to me, it's just that he's just like, I remember the first time I saw Muta. He's just so damn good. It's hard to boo him.
Okay.
That's how I always thought. I don't know, Harper. What'd you think? I mean,
my whole thing is I feel like there's a lot of mismatched pairs right now. Like there's part of the problem is I feel like the music stopped and everybody's wrestling with who they were paired with when the music stopped. Why is Brian Pillman with Norman the Lunatic? Why, can't we get the Skyscrapers in with somebody besides the dudes? It's like we got talent. We got good looking, charismatic talent. Let's make sure we're maximizing that all the way down the card. We know Flair and Funk can perform. We think Muta and Sting can perform.
I got
Obviously,
one name.
Luger and Tommy Rich are a pair.
Yeah.
I got one name for you. Jim Herd.
That's two.
I said one name. I didn't say 2 words. I said I got one name for you, Jim Herd. More on that later, though.
A first name and a last name. Look, we
yeah, idiot.
Come on.
Okay, if you want to be exact, I got one full name for you, you moron.
That was Harper, not me.
No.
I was just making sure he gets his voice heard.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go to Gary Hart. He's got something to say. He's not in a good mood.
Well, you've had 7 days now to think about this suspension. I know that your legal staff has been very actively involved with the World Championship Wrestling offices and Jim Herd. What are your findings and what are your thoughts on that now?
Well, I've been informed by our attorneys that the problem with the suspension lies in the fact that it was an indefinite suspension. And when you try to indefinitely suspend someone from participating in a sport where they make their livelihood, then you are messing with a person's constitutional rights. And maybe Jim Herd isn't aware, but wrestlers also have constitutional rights just like everyone else. And within a short period of time, I have been told by our attorneys that without a doubt, the suspension cannot and will not stick. So that means everything that the National Wrestling Alliance has tried to do to protect their world's champion, Ric Flair, and to protect Sting is all washed down the drain. The next time, Herd, you decide to set an edict and suspend somebody, why don't you spend a little time with TBS and the National Wrestling Alliance's attorneys and know where your footing is? You have goofed. You have goofed major.
Well, all I want to add to that is that Funk is still suspended, and we still don't know when he's going to be back in action. And we'll see Lex Luger, the U.S. champion, right after this.
So Gary Hart is a constitutional scholar now, I see. Doc, any thoughts on this?
I thought this was a really, really good promo, but back to your constitutional work. What do you think is the most misunderstood document in the world? The Constitution or the Bible?
Oh, God. The Bible.
How about it in the United States?
Both.
Yeah, the Bible.
I mean, come on. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Hey, man, I know this is a sore subject. I think we've talked about this. Mike Vick paid his crime, man. He paid his debt. Let the man have a job. My whole thing with this is Terry Funk put a bag on the champion's head and try to choke the life out of him. This ought to be the dominant segment on it. This should be talked about in every segment.
That he tried to murder Flair?
Yeah. Because it's a hell of a visual when he put that white bag on his head. Flair's flailing around. That was great. We should be... Why is Rick out here today? He's been choked to death.
Stop the murder on TV.
Stop the murder on TV. I mean, Harper, I know you didn't watch this episode, so you'll see it in a
I did watch it. It was only like 38 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 38 minutes. It automatically started with an A no matter what happens.
Yeah.
It gets an A, and the Rolex is my time management.
That was a hell of a visual. I agree. I don't know.
It's good. No, here's the thing. I love the Funk, Flair, Gary Hart. Those are all dudes that I am so into, want to watch, ply their craft. It's great. I think we're all perplexed. You said it at the beginning, why that didn't draw more money, but Steamboat Flair didn't draw a ton of money.
Mismanagement is the only response.
Fucking bookers. That's the problem.
I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum. Just look at the Clash from the Superdome. How the hell they gave away, like, what was it, 4,000 tickets to just get 5,000 people in there? I mean, that's
fucking crazy, man.
It's nuts. Like, and again, I don't want to rehash how it all happened because we talked about it at that time, but that's just one example of the mismanagement and the stupidity. But again,
I just don't get that.
But here's the thing: has the light gone on with these guys? Because you guys know the wrestling mentality. Have they figured out that they got a money mark on the hook here?
No, because I've heard Cornette talk about at this time, Flair was still all in on, Turner owns a company. Like Flair was still, he was, the term I hear in business sometimes is, even though he's not a beginner, it's like he was like the enthusiastic beginner at this point. Like, Turner's in, Turner's got the station, it's TBS. Flair was still all in at this point. Yeah, Flair was still in at this point. And I believe, they're at the booking committee at this point. So even though Jim Herd is calling, and I'm going to talk about something with Herd later when we get to the dynamic dudes in the Midnight Express. Flair and Corny, like, you got the booking committee at this point from what I believe, but, Jim Herd's the one still approving everything. So anyway, long story short, no, I think Flair at this point is still, he's gung-ho and he's all enthusiastic because, we're not even a year into the Turner regime. So but as we all know, that's not going to stay that way. But for now, that's where we're going. So I don't think he's saying at this point. And you got to remember, so Flair he's got so much stroke, Flair does, not only with the ladies, but with the Turner. I think everybody's just like, nope, we're good with this for now, but when your leader starts to sour, that's when you get a problem. That's when it really starts to fall apart. So I don't think that's happening yet. It's just in my view. Harper, do you have anything on Gary Hart?
He's fucking great.
He is.
He's a great fucking heel. Yeah.
Very believable. He is.
Yep. He's not a gimmick.
No, it's real. That's what you see is what you get.
He takes this shit seriously, and if you don't, he'll make sure that you do.
Mm-hmm.
No lies detected.
Well, he didn't come out with Muda, did he? For that first match? Was he there?
Well, we go straight to the ring, so we don't see if he walks out with him. And I didn't pay attention to him on the outside, so he could have, and we just didn't see it.
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
Yeah.
Let's go now to Lex Luger, who is great here. Here it is.
Welcome back, fans, to World Championship Wrestling. We're going to see the United States Heavyweight Champion in action in just a few moments. But I want to make some comments about what you said last week on the program, that you really feel like you were on a plane above all others in our sport. I thought it might need a little bit of elaborating to the fans. It seemed to be a little confusing. You actually think that you're alone at the top?
Jim Ross, not only do I think that, it indisputable. You yourself have said many times, Jim Ross, in the past, whether you like me or not at this point in time, that I have a set of physical tools second to none in this sport. True or false?
I have said that on many occasions, yes.
You also know my educational background. We have conversed extensively. I'm a well-educated man, very articulate, maybe second to none in the sport as well in that. True or false?
You're very well educated. Yes, you are.
Now, the total package Lex Luger has finally come full circle, Jim Ross, and put it all together into being the true total package. I'm talking intellect, I'm talking physical prowess, I'm talking a win at any cost attitude, whatever it takes. When you put that combination together, Jim Ross, it adds up to an unbeatable combination. The total package Lex Luger wonders where all the great competition is. So what I'm saying is this, Jim Ross, I have put out an open challenge to any man in this sport. Future stars who want to try to prove themselves, a present star who's afraid of his big reputation, and maybe just a past star who wants to try to get it back. But Lex Luger can beat any man in this sport today.
That's not a very brash statement on your part, I would say.
It may be a brash statement, but I'm Lex Luger, I'm the total package. It's a fact.
All right, fans, the total package Lex Luger has stated his facts. Now let's go to Rhubarb Jones and see the package in action.
I don't know what to say. Heel Lex Luger is just phenomenal during this time period, and I'm rolling it back on the video so you can see that he starts sweating again like crazy in that minute and a half, minute and 45 seconds that he's cutting that promo. Doc, what are your thoughts on Luger as he's not really dry, but he's drier than he is by the end of it?
He's oiled.
He is oiled, but
he's pre-match.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like he just took a dip in a swimming pool by the end of it. Now, all that said, I don't know if we can rave any more about Luger as a heel. He's just great. These promos are great.
Here's the thing. I've told you this, and I've been real honest about it.
So you lie sometimes?
I didn't see the ins and outs the week in and week out of that. I've never watched this stuff. I've watched the Flair and Funk stuff. He's really good. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. He's really, really good in this period.
Yeah.
And I wonder at what point, he alluded in this promo, but I wonder at what point he's not saying, hey, look, pal, Terry Funk's 40-something years old. I'm the U.S. champion. I should be getting those title shots.
Yeah. He that old term, you ever hear the term, he's smelling himself right now?
Oh,
yeah.
He's full up in it.
He's smelling himself. He's smelling himself. I mean, he's so good.
But why wouldn't he at this point? I mean, he's had 2 really good Clash performances, and he's, as he's articulated, he's the best built guy in the business. He thinks he's articulate. Why not do this?
Clashes,
he's well educated.
Pay-per-views.
He's gonna hurt Elizabeth one day.
That's come on. That's not.
What? Why? I mean, what? You just shock jock? I mean, Skip Bayless moment. You just gotta say something stupid like that. I mean, that's not even funny. I mean, it's just dumb.
Why?
Damn. Harper, what'd you think about Luger right there?
He keeps getting better, and I keep waiting to see what they're gonna do with him.
Well, he's had a number of great matches this year.
Yeah, but I mean, what's next?
Dude, he's
Michael
glistening
Hayes.
now. He is ready for battle.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking. Dude.
Can you
it's
run
like
back
he's
to
got Frisco on him?
Yeah, can you run back to the beginning of the match though? I want to see Rusty Riddle. I want to tell you guys something here.
Okay. I'll pause it, but when we get to it, go ahead.
Well, first of all, when you get to Rusty Riddle here, in just
I'll pause
a second,
it as soon as it gets to it.
You need to pause it, and I got a couple of here. First of all, they say he's from Malibu,
right?
California.
That was it. Yeah, Malibu.
Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Second of all,
bullshit, pal. That's what you always say.
Second of all, that fool looks like Kurt Schilling.
Bro, I was just about to say that.
Where's the bloody sock?
He does look like him.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. Oh, man.
He might be from Malibu, Indiana, but he ain't from Malibu, California. I'm going to tell you that right now.
No, fuck no.
Lex Luger is going to defeat Rusty Riddle with a superplex, and then he hits a little flex while he's kneeling on him for the pin. He does look like Chris Hillin.
If there was a veteran in the room, somebody would have pulled Lex aside and said, "Stop doing that superplex, man. That rack looks decent, and it's easier."
Yeah, it is easier.
It's a lot easier.
Whole lot easier on both parties, yeah. And it's over. I mean, the rack's over at this point. He's been doing it for so long.
In this match, Corny says that the NWA is invading upstate New York.
Wait, did he already go up there?
Not upstate, and this is a precursor to the next Clash, which is in Troy, New York. The New York, was it New York Knockout or something?
Yeah. It's New York. I think it was New York Knockout.
But again, is that the best idea? We can't sell out.
Yeah.
Our own shit.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Let's go to Buffalo.
Yeah, we can't. We're drawing 3750 at the Omni, but let's go to Buffalo.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say it. I don't know how else we can communicate it. We've gone over the attendance figures, even when they're, in their home area, if you want to call it that. They've had some nice ones. I mean, they had the one where, kid get in for free with every paid adult, and that one did a nice house. But we've seen other ones with, 3,000 at the Omni, and it's like, you're right. What the hell are we going to upstate New York for? Well, I mean, that's not a hotbed for us.
And when they said it here, they said, "Oh, we're going to be at the Omni." I'm like, what? Why do you keep doing this?
Try Cobb County Convention Center. All right, so we've done enough. We've done enough business analyst stuff. Let's get to this next video about.
Yeah. So, Harper, do you have any other thoughts on Luger beating this Rusty Riddle character? All right. So let me get to. It's coming up in a second. All right. So on that note, let us go now to Jim Ross and Jim Cornette. They're going to throw some video footage regarding Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, and Robin Green. And, there's been the controversy over who tripped Scott at the last big event.
Hey, he told us he ain't tripping again.
Yeah, bitch.
Missy is blaming Robin. Robin's blaming Missy. Last week, Robin was like, "I didn't do nothing. I ain't do nothing." So anyway, let's go.
That's what they all say.
Let's go to this footage now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to World Championship Wrestling. We're really in about as much in the dark as you are, and about this situation we're about to show you. We had the cameras, as Rick Steiner requested last week. He was going to ask Robin the big question, but the big question was answered by the young lady, and it wasn't the answer we looked for.
I think everybody knows probably what question Steiner had on his mind, but now the only question that we've got on our minds is, did Robin Green plan this all along? Was she smart enough to do it? Is there somebody else involved? We have no answers. We only know what happened, and the Steiners right now, they're hurting.
Let's take a look at the videotape, and we'll be back with some more comments.
Come on, Ricky. What time you guys have?
Oh, you should have been here 5 minutes ago.
Yeah? Just about my basketball. Guys, why don't you guys set the cameras on and play a little basketball?
No.
You didn't bring a basketball either?
No.
Thought you'd be in right there. Got a limo? Oh, my brother's falling hard for this girl. I always wanted to ride a limo together. Hey, Robin.
Hi, Scotty.
Where's Ricky at?
Oh, I thought he was with you.
No, he told me to meet me here.
Yeah, he told me to meet him here, too. He had that surprise for me. I'm all excited.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know what we should do.
Well, you got TV in there?
Yeah, I sure do. I got some booze, too. You want a drink?
No, I just watch the TV. I don't drink.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Scott, by the way, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you not, blaming me for the fact that you tripped and that you, admitted to the fact that you tripped.
Well, I'll never trip again.
Yeah, well, let me roll up the window here and why don't you just come on in and wait for Rick, okay?
Do that?
Beating him up or having sex?
Oh, I'm going for help.
You're not so tough now, are you, fat guy? Come on, Doom.
Well, I hope next week that we'll be able to find out more about this tragic situation. What are your thoughts on this right now?
Rick Steiner, it was America's romance, and Robin Green seemed to be the perfect solution for Rick Steiner's problem. I guess he was lonely. Here's a guy who's a big bear of a man. He's strong enough to crush guys in his bare hands, but yet he needed something, and that something was Robin Green. But now we find out that probably all along she was just suckering him. She was just playing him along, and it's like kicking a puppy in the head is like what it's doing for a big, strong man like that to be crushed.
Fans, we'll be back and talk more about this right after the Chrysler College football scoreboard.
Okay, so Scott gets in the car.
How did Alabama do that day?
I don't know. I mean, it's
Harper. What did this remind you of at the beginning? Porn.
It did. When she's like, "Hey, you got a TV in there?"
I got some booze.
Right. I got some. Oh no, I'm okay.
That did. So Scott gets in the limo, gets his butt kicked inside, then gets out. They kick him while he's on the ground. You hear Robin Green say, "Come on, Doom," at the very end of it. So stay tuned. I think you all know what that means. Come on, Doom. And then you can hear one of the Doom members, and you probably recognize that voice as they dumped him out of the car, too. You could hear a certain Doom member talk. It did remind me of porn, now that you made that comment, Doc. Doc, what were your thoughts on this?
It was good and not good all at the same time, which is how we like our off-site wrestling, classy motors type segments. And was that Jack Victory doing the kicking?
I don't know if that's Victory or someone else who's going to eventually be out there with Doom. Because Doom has there ends up being someone who's out there with
white guy.
Yeah, there's going to be another. I won't give out the name now for anybody out there who doesn't want any spoilers. But there's going to be someone else who's out there with Doom in the next few months. And I don't know if that, because we don't see the face, I don't know if that's him or Victory, but I thought that exact same thing. Because it kind of looked like Victory a little bit, the way he was walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also could be this other person that I'm thinking about, too.
Maybe Butch Reed was back in Kansas City.
It definitely was. That definitely was not Butch or Ron, obviously.
Or Ron Simmons. Fuck no.
Yeah.
And for every bit that's hokey about this, the thing I like was the cameraman telling Steiner he was going to go for help.
Yeah, because why would he just stand there and not call 911 or something like that? He
didn't have a cell phone.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not like he could call 911, so he's got to run off and say something. So,
but it's the
yeah,
same.
I agree.
It's the same reason, like back in Smokey, when there was the outside in the parking lot and they got jumped. Who was it?
It was Heat's
Heat Seekers.
Right. It was Jericho.
It was
the Thrill Seekers.
It was the Thrill Seekers, and we were supposed to lead to believe that it was Corny's tag team, but it was really, oh God, what was their names?
It was the Heavenly Bodies, wasn't it?
It was supposed to be the Heavenly Bodies, but it really wasn't. It was
Well Done.
Well Done.
That's right.
In mask, in
These
like
days
black jogging
just been
outfits.
Jericho attacking an extra large pepperoni pizza.
Come on.
So, but you're right.
COVID.
Apparently COVID makes you fat, and and makes you talk to a bunch of flat Earth lizard people podcast things.
Let me finish. But you're right. In that video from Smokey, Pam Lawson was the one out there with her kid and starts screaming she's going to get help. I think it was. So I agree. The cameraman saying he's going to get help.
It's the reason why all of this is dangerous through all the bad acting that makes it fun.
Mm-hmm. Agree. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
If we're down at Classy Motors while Buddy comes in, woo!
Dude, I need if we're not going too long tonight, I'll play the one that Lance and I just did from World Class with the Freebirds. It's one that you won't remember, Doc, because I didn't remember it till I watched it. They're in this freaking biker bar, and it's freaking ridiculous. But it's so good. Doc, what else did you have from this, though?
Well, I mean, the other part I don't like is Corny trying to sell America's Romance. Ugh.
It was like on General Hospital.
Corny did play this way too serious.
It was like he's a puppy in the head.
I can't, and that's just, I prefer Corny not being a baby face. I mean,
yeah, that's what that is.
I mean, I want heel Corny to sit there and go fuck around and find out. There you go. he ain't the first man to be caught in a Venus flytrap called the pussy. I don't know.
Damn, Doc. Harper, what'd you think about all this?
I thought it was great why they explained there's a camera there.
Yeah.
It's a popular question, man.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, now
agree.
they just show them hanging out fucking anywhere, and there's a camera there, and no fucking explanation.
It's why they were in the car. We paid you to be here. You're in the car with us when they broke Dusty's arm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Made sense.
Yeah.
Made sense. And
hey, man, and we've given the Steiner something big to do now.
Right.
Yeah, with Doom, as we'll see. All right. Any other thoughts, Doc?
Well, that was, that was certainly a long time to pay that off, though. I mean, Robin Green was a nerdy little spot for months.
That's true, huh?
They played the story for a long time, man.
And
they did not.
And the lesson is whether or not your girl's nerdy or not, they're all a bunch of twats that'll fuck you up.
Come on. On that note, since Doc can't, play it straight, we're going to go to now the Z-Man, who's going to defeat Tommy Angel. Jim Cornette reminds us during the match that he will be the Dynamic Dude's advisor in their match later. He reminds us he doesn't manage anyone else, but he will be advising them. So more on Cornette and the Dudes later. I did a little more research on this partnership that they have from a shoot perspective. The Z-Man wins with the sleeper. Doc, thoughts?
We just saw it. Can you run back about 15 seconds to 14:40 and tell me what this was? Are they trying to fuck each other right there?
He was trying to get his. I think he was trying to get his leg over his head.
Yeah.
Well,
Harper nailed it.
Okay. Thanks for the technical explanation.
See?
Oh.
I don't even know how to explain it.
Horse.
Yeah, I don't.
Wrong hole.
Wrong hole. Any other thoughts on this, Doc?
Yeah, I need some audio at 16:45. Corny's got something here. I don't know what it is, but I made a note.
Okay, hold on.
I was incredibly drunk when I watched this the first time.
Well, there's nothing new. So here, let's say I'm at 16:40 now. Let's see what he says.
Let's go.
And besides that, Angel's so musical. Tommy Angel. You better watch it. He'll put that sleeper hold around your neck.
That's enough. And we'll be back with more hits. Oh, up and over.
Speaking of hits, I thought I kind of sing like Paul Schaefer.
Yeah.
You know, the world's most dangerous man.
Yes, sir. I sure do. Arm drag taking over. Tommy Angel. This kid is really...
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, Corny singing 30-year-old songs in 1989.
Well, he's never been up with the times if you think about it.
That's
he's
true.
not. He's not. He's not technologically advanced, so I don't know why that would surprise anyone.
And there are days when I listen to his podcast and he says, you know, he doesn't have a smartphone or whatever. He's not, you know, spends his day on the internet. I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Wasn't Paul Schaefer the guy from
Come on,
David
bro.
Letterman?
Paul Schaefer, the world's most dangerous band.
Yeah.
It was always great when they'd bring in like the 90s, they'd bring in like these rock bands that were heavy, and then like they had to play with Paul Schaefer, who was like bald and 60.
Yeah.
He's on keyboards, rocking out with them. Anyway, Z-Man either needs an interview or a manager at this point.
Well, we ain't seen him do either yet, so I don't know what to say.
He needs Brian Pillman.
Pillman got an interview at least.
Yeah. Well, Z-Man's showing us what he can do with the sleeper. Harper, you got anything from this?
No.
That's what I thought. The next match, we got Brian Pillman. He's going to defeat Eddie Gilbert. For a short episode, the note that I had here was they gave them a lot of time. And I'm not complaining, just pointing it out. Corny is goofy on commentary. JR mentions going to Worcester, Massachusetts, and Corny says, isn't that where they make Worcestershire sauce, or however the hell you say it?
It's Worcestershire. I love that shit. You put that shit on some roast.
Yeah. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
You put Worcestershire on your roast. You put salt on your watermelon, bruh.
Ugh.
Oh, no. But whatever. This was a very old school, slow moving, methodical match. Again, not complaining, but they did just what they needed to do. I can go over the finish, but I'll ask you what you got first from this, Doc.
I got some notes on this one.
Okay, well, let's hear it, pal.
Okay. Pillman's entrance is Rocket by Def Leppard.
Yeah, we've mentioned that before. I even said it. Yeah, I've said it. So you don't listen to me. That's fine. I understand.
I was drunk when I watched this.
No, what's new? I mean, yeah, you're always drunk. You're okay.
Okay, here's a fun fact for Harper.
Alcoholic. Never wants to admit it. But he even admits, I'm drunk. I'm drunk when I watch it. Go ahead, Doc.
So Mutt Lange was the producer for Hysteria, this record. Do you know what other rock record he produced?
Was it Metallica?
No.
Was it Motley Crue?
No. Do you know who? And I'm going to ask a secondary question. Do you know who? Because no, Mike, you think that, but there's
I know he married Shania Twain.
Yeah, there you go. But before that, he was the producer for Highway to Hell.
Oh, that's cool.
Mike was snoring and wheezing, and what he doesn't understand is that he had thousands and thousands of people typing in Mike 504 Saints to tell him that Mutt Lange produced Highway to Hell. Hey, so one of the things I thought here, and this is a question for you guys. Pillman seems like he would have been in '89 a huge influence on Chris Candido. Thoughts?
I could see that.
Rephrase that.
So I see Pillman coming in and doing things that are a little bit different than everybody else doing the high flying stuff. And then in '93 in Smoky Mountain, we see Candido come in and he's doing stuff ridiculously different than anybody else in the promotion. But Candido was so young that at this point, he's probably got to be watching Pillman going,
That's really cool stuff.
Yes, I see what you mean now. If indeed I
mean, I'm not saying he's ripping him off. I'm saying it's like homage.
I mean, if you're listening to this show and you've never listened to our Smoky Mountain shows, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't, we rave about Candido comes into Smoky when he does, and he's phenomenal. I mean, he even got Tim Horner over in that feud that they had with the baby bonnet BS, but it was still good. So I'm with you. Yeah. I could see that. I don't know if that's true that he would have been influenced by him, but yes.
It was like the same feeling I get watching this match with Pillman is the same feeling I got in 93, not from the gimmicks and the angles, but the matches. I felt the same. My other note here was this shit is taking forever to tell the story, but I was 100% good with it because the guys telling the story were good at what they were doing.
They worked slow and methodical, but they knew what they were doing. And
here's the thing.
I mean,
I'll sit there if you're telling me the story of life, I will sit there for as long as it takes to tell that story. If you're telling me we're going to watch some dumbass superhero movie and it's going to take 2.5 hours, fuck you.
Okay,
that's nice.
Gilbert
like
was
the
good
Avengers?
He's not a comic book guy. I mean, I'm not a comic book guy.
I don't care. I'll watch it. Huh?
I'm not a comic book guy, but you're not a comics guy. We've had this discussion many times.
Right. But I'm saying is like just so these guys are good at what they do. This is a hell of a matchup on a Saturday night. They're taking a while, and I'm fine with it.
Just Gilbert is good at this type of match because there's a match from Global.
He's really good.
There's a match from Global with him and Jeff Jarrett that's on the network, and him and Jeff Jarrett work for like 30 minutes. It's phenomenal. It's from the Sportatorium. It is phenomenal. He's just Eddie Gilbert is good. He's good in this type of match, and like you said, they work slow. They told a good story.
Here's the downside. These two guys were great at telling stories inside and outside the ring, and they're both dead. And I ain't trying to be a dick. I'm saying there's a generation of wrestlers that would have benefited from their knowledge to pass this kind of shit down and everything else that they had to offer.
Chris Candido, Pillman, Eddie Gilbert. The list goes on, but we're still
because these guys.
Tommy Rich.
Because Pillman is aerial. He's flying Brian, but he's not doing a bunch of flips and dives.
No, it matters when he does something. That's the whole point.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
You don't bring out that springboard until the end.
This match really impressed the shit out of me because it was two young guys doing an old school match, but with new school technique and some flair to it.
I wouldn't call Eddie Gilbert young right here.
He died.
How old was he?
Yeah, he died when he was 33, right?
No, you're missing my point. He's been in the business for a long time. True, is what I'm saying.
True, I just mean young in the genealogical sense.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. And this is a straight up question. I don't know the answer to this. Sooner or later, they get outside the ring. Thoughts on gym mats outside the ring? Because I know
Harper,
Watts is going to come in.
You want to answer that first, Harper?
You got to have some kind of padding.
Does the Louisiana Boxing and Wrestling Commission require it now?
No. I don't know. They might. We just don't do it.
I don't like padding on the outside of the ring.
No.
Just be a man. I mean, I hate to sound like that, but be a man. I've got suplexed on the ground. Just be a man. Take it. I've got body slammed on the ground. Be a man and take it. You ain't going to die.
Okay.
As long as you ain't being dropped on your head, you'll be fine. Go ahead.
That's why I wanted to ask this question, because we're eventually coming to the Watts era where they take him up, and he's kind of seen as a bad guy for doing that. My thing is if you're doing stuff outside the ring that's like corny, running around the ring with Paul Lee chasing him, I don't want to run on a mat. I want to run on a concrete floor. So I mean, I was just asking that because I don't know.
I mean, I know some states require it. I know back when I was licensed in Oklahoma, they required it.
Oh,
you had to have the mats on it. Yeah, I think you had to have the mats on the outside. So I mean, like, I don't think for some states, it's not an option. You're required. I don't like the mats.
That mat's not really covering much.
Yeah, all they got is just
it's just
one
There's
strip
a good shot
out there.
of it.
Yeah, they don't even have large mats out there. It's just kind of like a strip. Like I said, I don't.
It's like those mats like when you were in PE as a kid.
Yes, that's exactly what that looks like. Yes.
Yes.
Cheap ass PE mat. All right, Doc. What else you got before I go to the finish?
Man, in a short episode with this long match, I can't put this over enough. I thought these guys did a phenomenal job. I was thoroughly entertained. Spoiler, I wasn't really that drunk when I watched this. I really liked it. I did remember this. This was good.
He was drunk, and he's drunk now because he's slurring his words.
Oh my God, I'm starting to get drunk. My God.
On that,
will you hold me?
On that note, so Harper, do you have anything before I go to the finish?
I mean, this was a great match to have on here.
It really was.
I mean, this match took a good 10 minutes.
Easily, if not longer. They were, like I said, they worked a good, just old school, methodical crowd into it. They're just two professionals, and I know Pillman's young in the business, but they just were really, really good here. So near the finish, though, they start moving and get going with a series of high spots, such as a flying elbow, big backdrop, and then Eddie going flying over the top rope. But Nick Patrick, who's the referee, he let it go when Eddie went flying over the top because he said it wasn't intentional by Pillman. Pillman reverses a sunset flip from Eddie, and Pillman ends up getting the victory at the end of it. So that's the other note I had. Pillman, as the up-and-comer, I don't think Eddie loses anything by losing the match. I thought the finish was good, the fact that Pillman beat Eddie. So, Harper, what did you think?
This was good shit, man.
Here's the backdrop I'm talking about. I mean,
there you go.
They get going.
I mean, this was a pay-per-view quality match.
Yeah. I mean, not a main event or anything, but, put them in an opening match, second match or something. Hell of a match. So, but again, Pillman ends up winning, and I just thought I really enjoyed this. I can't put it over enough. Doc, any other thoughts before we keep moving?
I wish Kenny Omega would watch Brian Pillman in 1989.
I don't care enough about Kenny Omega to care.
There you go. And if he worked more like Brian Pillman in 89, you would.
It's probably right. Hey, I know for a while I told you, like, I had been, like, skimming AEW. Man, I haven't skimmed it. Outside of that, the only things I've seen for them, because I'm bringing this up because you mentioned Kenny Omega, I have laughed my ass off at two segments. That Jade Cargill woman and Cody's wife was hilarious. Cody's wife cut a hell of a promo on her like 2 months ago or so. And they had another segment recently that I saw that I was like, this broad is so bad it's entertaining. Not Cody's wife, Brandy, but this Jade Cargill
Impact.
chick.
I watched Impact and they were on there.
Who was they? Goddamn pal pronouns.
The Good Brothers and Omega.
Oh, okay.
He was the third most interesting guy sitting on the couch.
Okay. Want to keep the show moving, or you want to elaborate on that? Because
No,
okay.
I don't.
Well, we go to the next match. It is Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace. Remember, Corny's going to be their advisors, the dynamic dudes. He's out there walking out with them. I've got some things to say about this, so hold on. They are going to defeat Joe Cruz and Bob Cook. Now, Cornette does introduce the dudes in the ring. Here's the thing. and I did some more research on this because I remembered Corny talking about it, so I went and listened to some old stuff that he talked about related to the dudes. So, according to Corny, the Dynamic Dudes, just as a whole, as a team, is a Jim Herd. It's a Jim Herd thing. I'm saying, Corny actually managing them was a Jim Herd thing. Herd actually hated the dudes, according to Cornette on his show years ago. Now, Cornette says Herd hated both of these teams, hated the Midnight Express and the dudes. So let me finish. Hated both of them. So because he hated them, he put them in a feud, the dudes and the Midnight, which we're going to see play out over the next, weeks and months. So you got to sit back and watch it develop, though. It's pretty bad when you think about that. Now, Corny does claim that the only team Herd hated more than the Midnight was the dudes. So Cornette said part of the booking committee, which Corny was at the time, whenever Corny mentioned maybe like the Midnight working with Doom or Midnight working with Steiners, Herd would crap on anything that they would talk about, like that Corny wanted to do. So Herd, in this feud that they end up having with the Dynamic Dudes, just was like, he didn't care. He didn't care what they did because he hated both teams. So anyway, just wanted to mention that as we're seeing Corny being the quote-unquote dude's advisor. Now, Doc, I'll throw it to you if you've got anything from this match.
I got not one single thing. Fuck this. I fast-forwarded it. Because I was on a high from the last match. I was like, I'm not watching this shit. Now,
all right,
if you need to know that you're going to mismanage a federation, if you don't like the Midnight Express, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Bro, you ain't got to tell me.
Yeah, what's the reason?
I don't know. He didn't say it, but he mentioned it on his show years ago. I went and found the YouTube clip of it, and I listened to it again because I remember him talking about this. He just said that like Herd hated the dudes.
Here's
the
what I
Midnight
bet.
Express.
Here's what I bet. Herd looked at the WWF. He saw those roided up guys. He looked back at his roster and said, Road Warriors, Skyscrapers, Eaton's Tubby, fuck him.
Yeah, but you might figure Herd might like the dudes because they were very cartoonish with the damn skateboards and bull crap,
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Corny kind of being wrong about that.
So I like that's the thing, but I don't know. Look, we've talked about the dudes and how dumb it is. We're gonna see it even get worse. I will tell you this: with the dudes and the Midnight Express, there's some really funny moments with Stan Lane and Johnny Ace. It's some poppable stuff that we're gonna get to see in the next few months. But I don't know. I have nothing else from this match. Harper, did you have anything?
No.
Does Stan Lane wear a pelt on his head and ask Johnny Ace to awkwardly drop kick it off?
No, but they start talking about some brawl that I guess Johnny Ace took from Stan Lane.
Is it Nikki Bella's mom?
Nah,
just Stan Lane
so
to show back up and even the score.
Yeah, it's dumb. Harper, you had anything from the match though?
No.
All right. So the way this show ends up ending is we're going to go to a promo. But first, before we do that, Cornette and JR throw to a replay of Funk trying to murder Flair with the plastic bag over his head. The visual, here we see it again. It's just,
man, look at that.
It's a big old bag.
It's phenomenal.
Kill that
tying it around. It's trying to kill him. It's great. We love it. The visual, like we always talk about.
But he's in the suit jacket without the arm. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Stop the murder on TV. It's great. But on that note, let's go to, after they show the replay, let's go to Ric Flair. He's at center stage. He's going to cut a promo. He's out there with JR. Here it is.
Fans, you've just seen once again why Terry Funk has been indefinitely suspended as far as wrestling is concerned in the NWA. Now, the world's heavyweight champion on his way in a few moments for a big event, Richmond, Virginia. Tomorrow night, we are excited about the big card in Charlotte. I know you're going to be in Charlotte, but I know you've been spending a lot of time on the phone with Sting. How is his progress, and how do you feel about this suspension of Terry Funk?
Well, first of all, it's the first opportunity I've had to talk to the fans that support this sport. When I call it a sport, that's what it is. It is the truest and oldest form of sport. It is the greatest sport in the world, and it is loved by millions of fans, woo, all over this world. And Jim Ross, as you know, Sting suffered a severe ankle injury, but it's day to day. He will be back in the ring as soon as possible. The quality athlete that he is tells me he'll be back before a lot of people think. The bottom line is Terry Funk has been suspended. I couldn't be happier. The only thing that could make you happier is that the suspension be lifted and I have a chance to wrestle him in that ring next week. It's not going to happen. The NWA has made a definite stand, and I can live with that. The important thing is the Stinger's coming back. I'm alive and well in Richmond, Virginia tonight. Woo! We're going to shake the town down. And tomorrow, Charlotte, North Carolina, we're going to rock and roll and bring the NWA to town as never before. Woo!
All right, fans, don't forget to join us tomorrow night, 6:05 for the main event.
Woo! I can't tell if Harper's over there farting or burping or what, but Ric Flair's just trying to get some people into the building that night. Doc, any thoughts on this promo?
Did you hear him say that Sting has a severe ankle injury, but he's only day to day?
Yeah, it's only day to day, man. Chill.
Yes, I did.
This promo right here tells me why being a great baby face is such a subtle art. Rick can do it because Rick can do anything in the sport. But he's better as a heel. This is one of those things where you need that sympathetic Ricky Morton to really deliver that message.
Ricky Morton or Magnum was very good.
Magnum was great at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yes, he was.
Yep. Harper, you got any thoughts on Flair here?
No, he's just trying to get everybody over.
That's it. Trying to get the people into Richmond that night too. That was the other part that I had.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Not today.
Oh, you said tomorrow? Okay, I missed it. All right, so on that note, we are going to Rolex and rate this thing shortly. I'm going to stop the Patreon video, so listen to the audio version of the show if you want to hear our Rolex and rating. But before we do that, I wanted to take care of some business. So remember, if you're not using it, please consider using it. Our Amazon Associates link, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Great way to support the show without spending anything extra. Again, it's tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. You can get anything off Amazon, and make sure the wives, girlfriends, side pieces, whatever you have in your life, whatever you put it in or have it put in you, whatever, I don't care.
Come on.
Make sure they use the link, tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. Or, if you got what Harper's got and, the squirting type situation, make sure squirters use it too. We don't care. Just use the Amazon Associates link. tinyurl.com/BTTAmazon. The show gets a little bit of support in return when you use that link. Doc, we're going to rate this thing, get off some Rolexes here. So what do you want to do first? You want to rate it or you want to Rolex it first?
You tell me.
Well, I'll go first and I'll rate it actually. I think I'm going to shock you. First off, it was very short. So it didn't take a long time to watch. We had a really, really good match in there with Pillman and Eddie Gilbert. I really liked the segment with Scott Steiner. And Luger was great, and Gary Hart was great. And I'm going to give it an A. I'll give it an A. The dudes was dumb, but whatever. I'm going to give it an A. What are you giving it?
Why is that going to shock me?
I just got this feeling that you were going to give this a low rating.
Man, I'm giving it an A as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Of course.
I was wrong. Thank you. Great. Harper, what are you giving it?
A fucking A. It's 38 minutes.
Yeah, how do you give it anything else? I mean, damn.
Yeah.
If Arn Anderson ran in, it'd be an A+, but other than that, man, it's an A.
Stay tuned. Arnold will be back shortly. All right, so we need to give out some Rolexes before we do so. Please sign up and become a patron at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. Again, that's tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. You get the World Class shows, the ECW shows, the clashes that we've done, the pay-per-views that we've done, all are there. 200 plus episodes, including the video versions of these, are up at tinyurl.com/PatreonBTT. All right, so it is time to hand out some Rolexes.
First of all, Harper good and well. If you were in a basketball park somewhere in Jackass America and a limo rolled up and the window rolled down and woman's head stuck out, you'd have crawled your ass head first into that limo as well, right?
She said, do you want a drink?
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
Girl.
Y'all need to grow up, but okay.
Why?
That's true, too.
Why? Yeah, what do we need to grow up about? Shit.
Yeah.
Yum.
So, what are you rating it, Doc?
I've already rated it. I gave it
I'm sorry, Rolex.
Dick.
Rolex.
You drunk piece
Rolex,
of crap.
bitch.
God almighty.
Fuck.
Look out, Harper. Dad's drunk. He's gonna start beating us. He's gonna start beating us next.
We're gonna go hide in our room and just turn the lights off and
we'll just hide under the covers with our iPads and watch the network.
What are you gonna? Who are you giving the Rolex to, you idiot?
Oh,
Damn.
see, now you're mad at me. This is how the gaslighting starts. Oh my God, Harper, we told you this was a safe space at the beginning of the episode, but I'm afraid we lied to you.
I think he's a toxic male.
He's got toxic masculinity.
Yeah, bitch.
Wow, that's nice.
I'm going with Eddie Gilbert. I thought he did a great job leading Pillman through a phenomenal match.
Did we make a rule all of a sudden that you can't give it to the actual match? Because we used to do that.
I ain't trying to. You be you, dude. Do what you want.
All right. Well, I'm giving it to the match.
Yeah,
Pillman and Gilbert.
Fuck it.
They were phenomenal.
The veteran calls the match, right?
I'm sure Gilbert called it. Yes.
Okay, I'm giving it to Gilbert.
But Pillman's got to be good enough to follow, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Don't get me wrong. He definitely is. I'm just saying Gilbert gets the nod.
Okay. Well, I'm giving it to both of them, and Harper's giving it to both of them too. So.
Yes.
All right. So that's it. We got Pillman and Gilbert for me and Harper, and then Doc's giving it to Eddie, and we all gave this thing an A, unless I just don't remember that quick. All right, Doc, what else we got tonight before we get out of here? Anything else you wanted to talk about? I know you made fun of the Saints. They lost. Ha, it's funny. Put Steven Jaworski on suicide watch with his Browns. They actually had a chance to pull it out, but, God, that guy.
I got a question for Harper.
Uh-oh.
How
Jesus
serious
Christ.
we're heading in, a couple of things here. We're heading into the Super Bowl, the championship games. Pat Mahomes has a concussion. You think they're going to play the concussion protocol straight on this?
I don't know.
Okay, no. The answer is no. Second of all, you got a girl in the pandemic, and we got a big holiday coming up.
What?
Oh, that's right.
You tell me.
What holiday is coming up in February, Harper?
Oh, that's in February. We're still in January.
But when this...
Okay, what's coming up in February, Harper?
When this...
Black History Month.
No. Nobody cares about that.
He's trying to be funny.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so what are you going to do this year?
Nothing.
Come on.
I'm not doing nothing, bro.
5 years ago, you wanted to go to Waffle House. This year, you got a girl that's down for the cause, and you're not going to do anything?
No. I'm not doing shit. Fucking no, bro. Nothing.
Okay, here's the thing, Mike. Harper's going to be single by March.
I'm not commenting.
No one cares about fucking Valentine's Day, bro. Unless it's some fucking girls.
That's a bold statement.
Do y'all's wives care about it? No.
You're damn right they do.
Are you serious?
Damn right they do.
Jesus Christ.
You're damn right.
I think Doc's got it a little worse than me, but yep.
God damn.
Yep.
I want to give her one of those cards like you get like for like the Dollar Tree, like the box of like the fucking Mickey Mouse of Valentine's that like kids give out in school. I'm just give out one of those. Like here, it's a Transformer Valentine's from Bumblebee.
You transformed my heart.
See,
you're gonna be single by March.
Okay.
I just want you to be ready with the lube in your hand.
I think he's working. He's just not trying.
Day, bro. The fuck.
I mean, so what are you gonna? I mean, you really not doing anything for that day, Harper?
What day of the month is it?
He's getting upset. Harper's getting hot, and he doesn't get hot much.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we're in a pandemic, guys. So this is another reminder: do your shopping early. Do it on Amazon. And use the referral link.
God.
Stay out of the doghouse. There you go.
tinyurl.com/Patreon.
You can buy anything on Amazon. My wife ordered green chilies in a can, and it showed up with Prime yesterday.
Green chilies.
We made there was some enchiladas made here, bro.
No.
It was awesome, tasty and shit. But you know what? Those enchiladas ain't going to keep getting made if I don't do something for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Jesus Christ.
That's how the shit works. If I want to keep that enchilada train rolling, I better do something for Valentine's Day.
Ugh.
Indeed. Yeah, it sucks. I ain't going to tell you. I like it. It's bullshit. It's the worst holiday ever.
When this show drops, we'll be 1-2 weeks and 3 days away from Valentine's Day, which actually falls on a Sunday.
And you don't want to go down to the grocery store and get yourself or the florist and be around a bunch of Jeremy motherfuckers and buy you some roses. You need to plan. You certainly don't want to dip those roses in gold.
No.
Instead of spending money on that, become a
Patreon. Shit.
Become a Patreon member. Oh boy. Okay, so on that note, any other thoughts, Doc? You got to ask Harper.
No, I mean, I want Harper to get his game straight because we started out the show with him going to Waffle House, and now he's just trying to sidestep the whole thing.
Yeah, fuck that.
We're looking out for him.
They should cancel it like they did Mardi Gras.
He's hottie.
That's not how this works.
Boy, that would be nice if you could just cancel it, right? Oh my God. Oh God, that would be great, Doc, wouldn't it be?
Yes.
I had to go get a fucking card, fucking flowers, just bullshit.
And just imagine, like, what if you get the disease from going?
That's true. We gotta stay healthy.
It used to be the girls gave you the disease. Now just getting out of the house gives you the disease. Ugh.
The whole thing is just, it's a stupid
here's the thing.
Holiday.
If there was any time that we should be able to call this off, this is the year. But that ain't gonna happen, Harper.
You better work around it.
Hey man, just because the top and bottom rope came unloose, we still gotta finish this match.
Fuck.
That's it. That's exactly it, man.
We can't just throw up our hands and go to the back. That ain't how this works.
The fuck? No, fuck that. I ain't doing shit.
We're all in the same boat, man.
I'm gonna play Call of Duty.
No, that shit's sinking too. We're in the boat and it's sinking. There you go.
Oh, boy.
And on that uplifting note.
Well, on that note, let me take care of some business. Check out Our Vantage Point, the Retro Wrestling Podcast with Joe Murata and Michael Quinn, the northern version of BTT. Slightly classier, a little bit more professional, but still fun nonetheless. And check out the Bottom Line Cast with Mike Prue and JV. They do our ECW show on our Patreon feed, but they also do a free show called the Bottom Line Cast on their feed. So check them out. Check out the Bottom Line Cast on Twitter or wherever you get your podcast from. I got nothing else. I'm going to throw it to Harper. Harper, hit the tagline. Let's get out of here.
Book it.